Roy High School for this edition of High School Rewind, available on Xfinity On Demand. We've got a special play-up matchup for you here today on this blustery afternoon as the Orem Tigers make the trip up to Roy High School to take on the Roy Royals. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's game, and wow, you could not ask for a better first-round matchup than these two teams going head-to-head. Let's start with the visiting Orem Tigers. They come in 3-7 on the year, the number 4 seed out of Region 7, and had it not been for a game which they had to forfeit, they may not be here today. But this is an offense that has really come alive the last couple weeks. Over the last 3 games, a loss to Corner Canyon and then wins against Skyline and Timpanogos. This offense is putting up 47 points per game, and Tucker Camp, wow, this guy looks like a completely different quarterback. He has had 19 touchdowns in those 3 games and ran for over 100 yards in all 3 of those ball games. The senior quarterback has had a spectacular, last couple of weeks for sure. He's thrown for over 2,200 yards on the season. He's got a couple of dynamic wideouts, including Chase Herman as well as Cody Codner. This duo, very, very good. Herman leads the team in receiving yards. Meanwhile, Codner, a little bit more of a big play kind of guy. Camp, we mentioned his ability to run the ball, over 100 yards rushing the last 3 games. He leads the team in rushing, but you also see James Wadsworth out of the backfield for the Tigers. Let's give you a couple names to watch for defensively, guys that are going to have to step up today if they want to get out of this first round, and that includes Isaiah Frame as well as Latu and Saluone. Both very, very good at getting to the opposing quarterbacks. They're going to have their hands full today against this Roy offense. Let's switch and talk about this Roy offense. They're 9-0 on the season. Roy, undefeated coming in, the number 1 seed out of Region 5, and it's been a wonderful year for the Roy Royals. Coming off a big win in the last week of the regular season against the Skyview Bobcats and really guaranteed that number 1 seed coming out of Region 5. It was a game in which they trailed entering the 4th quarter for the first time all year long, and behind a 22-7 output in that 4th quarter, able to squeak out the win against a pesky Bobcat squad. It's been Tyler Skidmore's year, the senior quarterback, thrown for over 2,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions for the senior. He has been lights out dynamite for this Roy offense. Going to give you a couple other names to watch for. Out of the backfield, you'll see Roy probably running a little more than you will Orem. Baby T Eduade as well as Matty Matuatia. These two both averaging over 6 yards per carry. Not the tallest backs, neither of them are over 6 feet, but they are loads to bring down. They are strong, physical, fast backs for the Roy Royals. And then a couple names in the receiving corps, including Cody Hobbs and Nate Jones. Jones has the ability to just sky and bring catches in. Meanwhile, for Cody Hobbs, he leads the team in receptions, the tight end having a really, really good year, and leads the team in tackles as well. He's going to have a good game here today. One other name we'll mention on the defensive side for the Royals is James Martinez. The senior leads this team in sacks, and he was a big factor in an earlier game we covered here on High School Rewind, a shutout victory over the Logan Grizzlies. He's going to have his opportunities to get after Camp today. If he can, it's going to be a very good game for the Roy Royals. Do the Royals capture their first playoff win since 1983? Or do the Tigers keep this late momentum rolling through the playoffs and end this dream season for the Royals? Answers to that question coming up next here on High School Rewind. Underway in the first round of the 4A high school playoffs is this kick taken by an up back. I believe that's Isaiah Frame up to about the 30-yard line. The 31 is where he will be tackled. Tucker Camp, the quarterback, has 2 backs in the backfield with him as he gives this handoff to Owela Natoa, and the sophomore is going to be brought down right at the line. No gain for the running back. On second down, Camp again gives to Natoa. He bounces off men, stays on his feet. Nice job using that offhand to keep his balance as he surges forward for a pickup of 8. First third down of the ball game is this Roy student section trying to cheer on their defense. Only a yard to go. Camp picks up a rolling snap right up the middle, and a first down for Camp. Still on his feet as he's up near midfield in making the tackle. That time was Carlos Guerrero for the Royals. We talk about Camp and his arm, and on this first drive, 3 plays and 3 running plays for the Tigers. Camp again gives off as he took a licking. Nowhere to go that time for Natoa as Baby T Eduade got in there, laid a hit on Camp, and then came and helped take down Natoa. A loss on the carry. Second down, Camp throws. That ball caught in the flat, and turning upfield is Awela Natoa again inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. And Camp completes his first pass of the game for a pickup of 16 and a first down. On first down, Camp to keep this. Almost tripped up by his own men as he gets down to the 34-yard line, and now the pile surging forward a little further to the 33. On second down, Camp to throw. That ball caught by Wadsworth, and he's down the sideline, gets through a tackle, and James Wadsworth takes this in from 33 yards out. The Tigers strike blood on the first drive of the ball game. Point after try is up, and that one, I think it was no good. Yeah, missed it wide to the right. So 6-0 the score here. The Tigers out in front. Should mention that missed PAT by the Tigers. There's a vicious wind here left to right of the field, and looked like the wind helped push that wide. 6-0 our score. First drive, and on the ground they go. This is Matuatia in the open field, has one man to beat. You're not going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown for Matty Matuatia. A 60-yard run for the junior tailback, and the Royals respond in just one play and 10 seconds. Second drive of the game for Tucker Camp in this Orem offense. Trailing here 7-6, 8:29 remaining in the first quarter. Camp keeps this himself and bottled up as he got to the line of scrimmage. Beautiful job stepping up and making the tackle that time for Roy by Jackson Hare. Third down and 3 yards to go for the Tigers. Option play, nowhere to go, defended beautifully, and Camp's gonna have to eat this. Boy, the pressure came around the edge ever so wonderfully. The back was marked, and in the end took care of the rest as all sorts of Royals in on that tackle, and now a fourth down for the Tigers. Fourth down, Orem to punt this ball away. Tall kick. Ediwadi will take at his own 44-yard line, looking to get outside. Oh, what a decleating block downfield. And now taking it down is Ediwadi, still on his feet inside the 10 and dragged down. First and goal for Roy after a huge punt return. Wow. What a beautiful job by Tyler Ediwadi. His brother, Baby T, set a huge block at midfield. And the sophomore with a huge return. First and goal for Roy. Second and goal. And into the end zone scampers Matty Matuatia, the junior, with his second touchdown of the game, this time from 3 yards out. The Royals expand their lead. Important drive here for the Tigers. Trailing 14-6, 5:40 left in the first quarters. Camp looking to throw, nowhere to go. That time pass defended by Brown as Camp was looking for Lega again. On second down, called run, pitch back in all sorts of space. First down and more. How about leaping over the defender? As on the carry, Darman Awelua Natoa. Boy, I'm going to struggle with that name. What an athletic run for the sophomore running back, and a big first down for Orem. So from here on out, we're going to refer to 28 as Natoa, and our apologies to him. Second down, option again. It worked well the last time. Why not call it again? This time, Roy much better. As in there to pick up the tackle for the Royals, big number 94, Andres Martinez. Third down and 8 for the visiting team. Ball's at the 41-yard line. Natoa with the carry and brought down. Good tackle made by Carlos Guerrero. He's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. 4th and 4. The Tigers line up to go for it here. They have to get to the 33. Inside of 4 minutes left. Camp to run, and he's not going to get it. Blowing up the play, the senior Cody Hobbs. 6'2", 210. Read it beautifully, came in and dropped Camp for a loss of 7. And the Royals offense comes back out on the field. First down for the Royals at the 46. You'll notice the orange on the field in the end zones at midfield. Of course, today, Halloween. We've already had a few treats. Sure to have a few other tricks. Is Roy not afraid to throw out some trick plays? This ball flung out to Brown. He's across midfield down to the 39-yard line. First down and pick up that time of 15 for Roy. 5 receivers set on second down and 8 yards to go. Orem showing blitz up the middle. Skidmore throws, looking the way of Hobbs, and that should be a pass interference. Eventually the flags will come as James Wadsworth had the coverage on the senior tight end. Hobbs certainly got hit before the ball got there, almost brought it in even with the contact. Offsetting penalties on second down. We'll replay it here. As under center again is Skidmore, 2 receivers to the top. Baby T the back. Skidmore to throw, screen set up for Jones, gets a nice block from Baby T, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line, picking up 5 yards on the reception. Third down and short for Roy. Skidmore gonna keep it, and he's through the line with all sorts of field. Inside the 15 and tackled at the 11. Boy, how many times do you see a sneak that opens up like that and ends up going for 22 yards? Skidmore talked about his passing ability, and he shows his running ability there. First and goal, the give to Matty, and he's in for the 3rd time of the ball game. Matty Matuatia is having a game to remember. 21-7. Roy out in front with 43 seconds remaining in the first. Orem will start on the 20. After the touchback on the kick, Camp dialing one up, looking the way again of Lega, and that pass overthrown. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. To the ground they go with Natoa as he is ahead for a pickup of a yard, maybe 2, is in on the tackle was Matuatia. Third down and 9 yards to go, likely the last play of the first quarter. Camp rolling to his right, corner blitz on, and Camp is going to get sacked. Coming in and pairing up was James Martinez and Jackson Hare, and the seniors get a big sack on Camp back to the 15, and that's how the first quarter expires. 21-6. It's been a royal game so far. And welcome back. Start of the second quarter as Orem gets ready to punt the ball. 21 unanswered points for the Roy offense. Of course, big plays have really helped in that. Had the 60-yard touchdown run by Matty, and then the big punt return by Eduade, and then the big quarterback sneak leading to those touchdowns. Orem to punt, high snap, corralled. As tracking this one down is Eduade, as that one will roll out of bounds in Orem territory at the 48-yard line. The second quarter. Play action, Skidmore rolling to his right, looking downfield, gonna dial one up deep the way of Nate Jones, and he has thrown his hand up there like a soccer player trying to draw a flag and does so. First down at the 33 after the penalty. Pass interference call has a man wide open down the middle, but Skidmore had pressure and had to tuck it, and getting there was Aaron Fiso. Couldn't hit Jake Gallegos. One of the good receivers for the Royals running the post was behind the coverage. Second down, Matty Matuatia the back. Baby T lined up as the fullback. As they go to Matuatia. Again, just bouncing off of defenders and inside the 20 has one man. Jones is going to get him. Touchdown for Roy. Well, right now, Matty Matuatia is pretty much got a monopoly on our Nudge Player of the Game candidate. Our 4th rushing touchdown for the junior. This one from 38 yards out, and the Royals on the board again. As this drive starts at the 27-yard line. Camp keeps this, turns inside, nowhere to go as Hobbs had stepped up. Also in there on the play trying to make the tackle for Roy was David Dorber, the senior defensive end. So after a holding penalty, second down and 22 yards to go, and that snap never got back to Camp, and now he's going to have to eat another one. As Spencer Hilton, the senior defensive lineman, able to burst through and bring him down as Camp had to come up to actually gather that ball, and we've seen low snaps here today. Third down and 25 after the sack by Hilton. Camp called run all the way. Hobbs was spying him as Hobbs now steps up and makes the tackle after only a pickup of 2 on the carry for Camp. And this Roy defense has done a really nice job against Camp here today. After the punt, first down for the Royals at their own 49-yard line. As the back here is Baby T. Skidmore gonna throw, however, instead has man coverage down with Hobbs. Hobbs, that ball just overthrown. Boy, thought he may have taken a step off on his route. Certainly not blaming him, but looked like he had the ability to get past Zach Lamoureux. Instead, it's just a yard long and incomplete. It's now on second down and 10. Again, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Roy with those linebackers up close. Ball flared out, caught by Brown. Tries to give a move and does so, and then just tripped up. Boy, and a big saving tackle that time for Orem. Made, well, excuse me, we actually don't have a 42 on our roster. We'll try to get a name for you there. Second down and 10 is officially no gain for Baby T. Wide open is Hobbs on the slant. Now cuts back. And you see the elusiveness of the senior Cody Hobbs as he takes this ball down inside the 20. A pickup of 21 yards to the senior. Inside of 7 minutes left here in the first half. 28-6 Roy. As a little delay, or excuse me, counter given to Brown as he's down inside the 5. And boy, not afraid to run that play. We've seen it a couple times here on the High School Rewind as Tarek Abunuwara makes the touchdown-saving tackle on Brown down at the 4. Has Jones to the top of the screen. Skidmore rolling out, has Baby T, wide open. Touchdown for Roy. You know, they bait you into that with the success that they've had with the run. It makes you be honest on the play action, and it leaves Baby T wide open as he's able to just easily trot this in, and the Royals now expanding their lead 34-6 over the Tigers with the PAT to come up. 5:32 remaining here in the first half. Roy 35-6, and it's been 35 unanswered. Camp to throw, and he's going to be brought down. Boy, he gave a pump fake, and as soon as he did, he saw James Martinez bearing down on him, tried to get out of the pocket, but couldn't outrun the senior defensive lineman, and Camp gets sacked again. Second down and 20 after a chop block penalty. Is Camp rolling to his right, looking downfield, throws this ball just to get it away. What an impressive catch made that time for Orem by Chase Herman as he had Hunter Mather draped all over him. A nice catch that time for Mather, able to get back a significant piece of yardage. Second and 20 on that last play, excuse me, that was to the original line of scrimmage. It was second and 30. Now third and about 15 yards to go. As we're going to get a holding penalty on this play. Ball thrown and batted down by Grayson Flint. Nice defensive play made as that time Camp was looking the way of Cody Codner, the junior receiver. Penalty here most likely be denied by the Royals. After the punt, first down for Roy starting at their own 43-yard line. Skidmore rolling to his left, has Nate Jones. That's the way he's looking, is that ball a little low. Jones couldn't go down and scoop it up. Incomplete. Third down and 10. Skidmore straight drop. Stepping up now, looking downfield, has a man open, and that ball incomplete. Beautiful play made by Cade Young, the senior DB. As I'll tell you what, Matuatia was open, and Young made a heck of a break on that ball, able to tip it incomplete, and fourth down coming up. Had a penalty on the punt return on the Tigers. This will back them up to the 11. First and 10. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Is that ball intercepted by Cody Hobbs, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown for Roy, and the defense gets in on the fun. Cody Hobbs was tied with Nate Jones for receiving touchdowns coming in tonight. He gets a receiving touchdown there, this time on the defensive end, as the Royals now 42-6. Ikuli to kick off. And it will be Natoa from his own 3-yard line. Brings us back towards the middle of the field, has a hole, and Natoa still on his feet. Up to the 40 and across the 50, and boy, if you're a Tiger fan, you gotta be excited about your future with Darman Natoa, just a sophomore. You see a lot of speed and just tough to bring down as he returns this to the Roy 45. Nice return for Natoa, and boy, that might be Darman Natoa. Our apologies to him. We've just struggled with his name all night as Camp keeps this up to the 40-yard line before being brought down. Again, it's Guerrero with the tackle. After a false start penalty, 2nd down and 10 now for the Tigers. Natoa out in motion. Camp looking to throw, has a man, and that ball incomplete is, boy, wide open. That time was Cody Codner. Ball a little off of the target as it hits the turf, incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Camp gonna keep this himself, and it's James Martinez again. Living behind the line of scrimmage, brings Camp down for no gain, and another 4th down now for Orem. The Tigers gonna go for it on 4th down. Trailing here by 36, you kinda have to do something. Under 2 minutes left. Camp to throw, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Beautiful coverage by Jaden Brown, able to get a hand in there. The intended receiver was Lega again. Brown with a deflection, and Roy comes back out on offense. 1:51 remaining here in the first half, as Roy will start at their own 45-yard line. This ball to Eduardi. And penalty flag comes in as he's dragged down at the 36, but I have a feeling this one's probably coming back. A big penalty on Roy. We'll back him up. 1st and 25 yards to go is a chop block. His 5 receivers going to go out in the pattern. Boy, good pressure. Skidmore able to step around it. Has Jones downfield. Another penalty flag as Jones was covered. Nice recovery by the D. Skidmore ahead, runs out of bounds, but again a penalty flag thrown in the backfield. A holding penalty on Roy, and now it's 1st and 40 yards to go. Skidmore to his left, gonna go deep. That ball, hit the hands of Gallegos and couldn't bring it in. That is a beautifully thrown ball by Skidmore. Gallegos skied, just couldn't bring it in. On 2nd down, Skidmore. And boy, stays on his feet. Looked like he was going to be sacked. And now he's got room to the right. This ball thrown the way of Jones and out of bounds. Jones couldn't track it down. Nice job by Skidmore, though, able to evade the sack. 1:02 left here in the first half, as they will just go on the ground with Baby T as he's weaving in and out of traffic. As Baby T up to the 36-yard line, a gain of 21. As Orem will take a timeout here to get the ball back off of the punt. After the punt, Orem to start on their own 28-yard line. 39 seconds remaining. 2 timeouts for the Tigers, trailing here 42-6 as Camp steps up. And again, boy, that pass rush as the helmet comes off, just nowhere to go. And guess who? Number 58 again. 2nd down and 13 yards to go. Ball thrown out to Natoa. Turns inside, still on his feet as he's brought down after picking up about 8 yards on the reception. Number 58, James Martinez there again. 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. 16 seconds remaining. Camp to throw over the middle. Boy, receiver wasn't even looking. That was Natoa. Step for step with him was Guerrero, and maybe that's why he wasn't looking back as that pass is incomplete. Another 4th down now coming up for the Royals, or for the Tigers, excuse me.
High School Rewind is excited to have Nudge as our Player of the Game sponsor. Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the largest contributors of volunteer community outreach programs. To learn more about Nudge and their program, visit www.nudge.com.
Second half underway as the Tigers kick off, fielded by Tyler Edewati from inside his own 5, and he gets hit. Boy, beautiful hit by Natoa, stepping up and laying him down at the 25. This drive will start at their own 25-yard line. Skidmore still in. They go on the ground with Matuatia, and just like he did in the first half, he runs off a nice pickup that time of 9 yards. Skidmore under center on second down, keeps it himself across the 35-yard line to the 36, and a first down on the 3-yard carry by the senior quarterback. After a penalty on Roy, first down and about 21 yards to go, is on the ground with Matuatia up that left side, still on his feet. Eventually brought down by Abunawara. Good to see him back in the ballgame as he took a lick on that last play of the first half. Second down and 11 for the Royals. Skidmore looking to throw, gonna go deep the way of Hobbs, and that ball just beyond Cody Hobbs as Abunawara back there in coverage. Ball had just a yard and a half too much behind it. Third down and 11 is Matuatia in motion. Instead, they give it to Brown, and he is brought down by Frame. Nice job by Isaiah Frame coming off the block and tackling Brown for a pickup of only a pair. And now a fourth down coming up for the Royals. So Orem will start on their own 8-yard line after the muffed punt. As on the ground they go. That ball came out. Does Roy have it? They say they do. The officials come in, and they do. The Royals force a turnover, and James Martinez holds that ball in the air. Not sure if he came up with it, but he certainly came out with it, and now first and goal for Roy. Offense back out on the field for the Royals. To the ground they go with Baby T, and he takes baby steps into the end zone. Touchdown for Roy. That one pretty easy when you get the ball on the 6. Give it to your big back, 5'10", 220, and the junior takes it in. Point after try for Ikuli. And that is blocked. Didn't get under it. A bit of a line drive PAT. Orem able to get a hand in the air. Not sure who. May have been Lamoureux who got it. As it is 48-6. The Royals out in front. Orem will start on their own 20. After a touchback on the kick, that ball thrown to Natoa and ran right into the official as he quickly turns around and helps him up. Good sportsmanship, if nothing else, that time by the sophomore Natoa. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Natoa with the carry as he's ahead for a pickup of about 3 or 4 on the carry. In there to make the stop for the Royals was Kaiden DeGroot. Third down and 7 yards to go for Orem. 4:25 left on a running clock here in the third. Ball thrown, caught, and a good catch made by Chase Herman, and I believe his first, if not only second reception of the game. They have certainly done a nice job locking him down, as in to make the tackle was Hunter Mather for Roy. On first and 10, Camp keeps this himself, has some space right up the middle, and that's been the piece to this offense that's been successful these last couple weeks, is Camp ahead for a pickup of 11 yards. And boy, if they could get him going, it'd certainly help, but need to do so quickly. First and 10, Camp to throw this time. That ball caught by Wollaston, and Parker Wollaston is ahead for a pickup of 8 after he steps out of bounds. Second down and 2. Again, Natoa with a carry, left side, able to get through the first arm tackle, and requires a couple of Royals to bring him down. In on the tackle was Guerrero, as well as Story for Roy. On first down, Camp looking to throw again. Pressure coming, and he's going to go down. And once again, it's James Martinez. Boy, I wish I kept track, because that's got to be at least 4 sacks today for the defensive lineman for Roy. Unofficially 4.5 sacks for Martinez today, as Camp will keep this himself. And boy, Roy trying to pry that ball out. Nice job by Camp, able to hold on to that snugly as he picks up 10, 11 yards on the carry once again. Another third down for Orem. It's been a down of trouble for them today. Thrown out to Natoa, tucks underneath, now still on his feet, and a couple missed tackles made by Roy Although surely Nate Jones comes up there and lays the shoulder into him. He's going to be close, but about a yard short of the first. Nice effort that time by the sophomore back Natoa. 4th down and a yard to go, and Orem looking to line up to go for it. Camp, designed keeper all the way, turns upfield, 1st down as he's inside the 25 to the 24. 1st down for Camp as Herman comes across the formation in motion. Now going to throw, looking the way of the end zone, and that ball juggled and caught. Touchdown for Cody Codner. This one from 25 yards out with 30 seconds left. The Tigers and what was a 48-0 scoring run by the Royals. Cody Codner in the end zone. Orem going to go for 2 here. Camp throws, Herman able to take the shoulder from Gallegos, bounces and goes in, and it is now 48-14 after the 2-point conversion is good. An onside kick here by Roy. It went 10 yards, and then a big hit put on, and a pile ensues as we'll have to undig this to figure out who has the ball. And it will be the Royals who recover the onside. Start of the 4th quarter. Roy able to recover that onside kick. Drive will start on their own 48-yard line. Is on the ground with Kaiden DeGroot. He stretches this outside before being popped at about the 44, 43-yard line. And excuse me, that was actually Kaiden DeGroot with the carry. Is back to the ground they go with Robert Nunez forward for a pickup of 2 and a 1st down. Skidmore to throw on 2nd down. Looking over the middle, that ball caught by Brown. All sorts of space, gives a nice move, picks up a block, and he's tackled down at the 5-yard line. Boy, a missed assignment that time. Is wide open over the middle was Brown, brought down by Abunuwara, and it will be 1st and goal for Roy. 2nd and goal. Again, Nunez, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for Roy. As he was able to square up against Mataji for Orem. And Nunez in for the first time today as Roy now takes a 55-14 lead. 6:25 remaining in the contest. Roy with a big lead. Looking to win their first home playoff game since 1983 as Camp nowhere to go and eventually brought down by a couple of Royals, including Spencer Hilton, in on the tackle. 2nd down and 17 after the tackle for a loss on Camp. Now has to step up again. Royals all over Tucker Camp, and he goes down. As coming in to clean him up was Kaiden DeGroot. 3rd down, the winner of this game to face the winner of Salem Hills and Highland. Right now that game 14-0 advantage to Salem Hills. Corner blitz. Camp gets the ball away, and that's caught by Herman. Nice job standing in there as he knew he had the corner coming on the blitz, and a penalty flag back there. And this is going to be a personal foul against Roy, so tack some yardage on. 1st down at midfield as Wadsworth motions out. Ball thrown to Ringer. Caught. He's trying to get that 1st down and will do so. Nice pickup of 10 that time for the sophomore receiver and backup quarterback Brooks Ringer. 1st down, again, that corner blitz coming, and this time Camp will go down, although he was able to pick up at least a yard as Tyler Ediuati, the sophomore, able to come in there and get the tackle. 3:40 left. Again, that corner blitz, and Tyler brings them down behind the line of scrimmage this time. A sack and a loss of 9, that time credited to Tyler Ediuati. 4th and 15. Camp to throw, going down the right side, has a man, and that ball incomplete. Boy, that's a tough catch as Lega was trying to keep a foot in bounds. That ball just drifted out of bounds. 4th down, and the ball turned over on downs to Roy. 1st and 10. New quarterback Colby Stark comes in for Roy, and Royal fans enjoy watching your quarterback next year, the junior, gives off to Robert Nunez as he's ahead for a pickup of 9. inside of 2 minutes remaining, second down and a yard to go. As they hand this off to Braden Sampson, the junior wide receiver will get tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3 on the play. So Sampson was tackled for a loss, but a penalty on Orem will give them a first down, as this time Stark just has to jump on the bobbled snap. Colby Stark will take a knee, and congratulations to the Roy High School Royals. They have won their first playoff game since 1983 when Steve Skidmore quarterbacked the team. His son Tyler delivered it this year. A 55-14 victory for the Roy Royals over the Orem Tigers. And again, our final score here from Roy High School, the Roy Royals with a big victory over the Orem Tigers, 55-14. And this game, got off to an interesting start. You had Tucker Camp really lead the way, that running attack for Orem, got some good pickups on the ground, and then able to connect with James Wadsworth from 33 yards out. The Orem Tigers scored on their opening possession. They would miss the PAT. It was 6-0 Orem, and just like we thought, looked like some offensive fireworks on the way. Roy quickly answered as Maddie Matuatia took a 60-yard touchdown run, and the Royals went up 7-6, and, well, that sparked things. We talked about an offensive fireworks show. Well, the fireworks were certainly lit for Roy as they would net 21 points in that first quarter, a 21-6 lead. Matuatia with all 3 touchdowns. He would tack a 4th on in the second quarter as Roy would go up 42-6 at the break. We saw some touchdowns in the second half, but this game was essentially over at halftime. This Roy offense, boy, just took it to a whole nother level here today, and Maddie Matuatia led the way. Don't have official rushing numbers for him, but 4 touchdowns on the day for Matuatia. One other name we want to throw out there for the Roy Royals, James Martinez, the senior defensive lineman, unofficially 4.5 sacks today against this Orem team. The defensive line got a lot of pressure in on Tucker Camp, made it really difficult for him. He did not have a lot of success running the ball, made Orem very one-dimensional, and they were able to defend that pretty easily. Again, the 4-man pass rush got a lot of pressure on him, made things difficult. Our nudge player of the game, we're going to give it to Maddie Matuatia. How could you not? 4 rushing touchdowns today for the junior tailback for the Royals, and had a long one of 60 yards, had a couple of big plays actually, but the 4 rushing touchdowns really helped build that big lead for the Royals, which they would cruise behind in the 55-14 victory. We want to thank you for joining us on this special playoff edition of High School Rewind. Again, the Roy Royals, their season continues 10-0 for the first time since 1975. They will play the winner of Salem Hills and Highland. Right now, Salem Hills ahead in that ball game. Of course, that has yet to be finalized. But you can catch that game next week right here at Roy High School. Again, 55-14, the Royals, victors over the Orem Tigers. For Bill Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time on High School Rewind.